a Space Mountain, to me, I'd never seen it. I had just read about it. A Space Mountain, this is for kids. They will be getting in, they're shooting to the space, okay? Like they're going into the space in rockets, but it's for the kids, okay? So, when they were officially opening the Space Mountain, a man introduced Walt Disney's wife. He said, "We are very happy because this project came into being. But it is unfortunate that Walt Disney is not here to see the Space Mountain. But however, we thank God that his wife is here to see the Space Mountain. Let us welcome Walt Disney's wife." Then Walt Disney's wife got on the stage and said, "Before I say anything, I would like to correct this young man. Walt Disney, he saw this Space Mountain before any one of you saw it. And those workers who saw Walt Disney looking in the space remembered when he said, 'Walt Disney, what are you doing?' I see my Space Mountain." So the wife said, "Walt Disney saw it before you all saw it." So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, all of us in life, we have dreams. We have things that we want to achieve in our lives. But what I want to say to you is, you have to see it before it comes into manifestation.
Amen.
Another example. Today I'm going to be telling stories, okay? I'm not going to be evangelistic. I'm going to be, when the Spirit of the Lord takes me to some heights, it's okay. When I was having dinner with my kids in Paris, we were playing what we call the imagination game with my children. Okay, I say to my first daughter, "What do you want to be, Cherise? What do you want to be when you grow up?" Then she says, "I want to be a doctor." I said, "What kind of doctor?" He said, "I want to be a pediatrician." Okay. Then I went to the other daughter, then I said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Then she says, "I want to be a doctor too. And I am going to be a pediatrician too." I said, "Okay." But sometimes she tells me she wants to own a hair salon, okay? Then I said, "So can you see yourself being a doctor?" Then my daughter Chantel said, "You are supposed to have imagination." I said, "What do you mean by imagination?" Then she said something I didn't expect her she would say. She said, "Daddy, you are supposed to have a vision." I said, "Who told you that?" She said, "My teacher told me that." So which means you have to imagine it. You have to see yourself. You have to see your Space Mountain before it becomes a Space Mountain. In other words, you have to see yourself being a doctor. When you see it, when you see being a doctor, and you bring it here as if it is now, that is what we call vision. My daughter might have been created to be a doctor. That is her purpose. I am born to be a preacher. I see it when I'm a little boy, right? You see, I am a doctor. You see, I know that I'm a doctor. Purpose. Then when you see it and you bring it here as if you are already a doctor. You get up in the morning, I am a doctor. You see yourself walking in that surgery, your own practice. That's what we call vision.
Amen.
So vision is bringing the future into the present. So which means that's why the Bible in Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, people perish. And when I was at the Olympics, in England, I didn't see Usain Bolt. When I was in England, is Usain Bolt, right?
Yes.
Okay. This guy, I was so much interested. I'm interested in people who are successful in what they do, who are good at what they do. This guy, he says, before I read about him, before he went to Beijing, last year before the other Olympics, I read an article which Hussein, he recorded a video in the plane. And he said, whilst he was going to China, he said, I am going to get 3 medals. I am going to get 3 medals. Okay? And when he went to China, he got the 3 medals. Do you get me? All right. So, I am just setting a base here. So, what I am going to talk about here, I think I gave you those handouts. So that I am not going to cover all of those P's there. That will cause you to achieve your medal. Because I see the medal. That is going to be the title of my message. Because I see the gold medal. How many of you watch the Mavericks? Or how many of you watch basketball?